Hi, ladies. How's your Wednesday going? I just wanted to talk about how I wanted to become a foster parent and how I have been trying to become a foster parent since September, but that is no longer in my future. I have been on this journey for 9 months to try to become a foster parent. 9 months. I went to the orientation, I filled out the application, I had my doctor fill out a paper, I had my manager at work fill out a paper, I had my mom fill out a paper, I lined up a babysitter, what else did I do? I took a bunch of childcare classes, I went to the Pride training classes. I had to drive 40 minutes to the childcare classes, and on top of the fact that, they were an hour long each, and then the Pride training classes were I feel like they were only an hour long too. And then I went to the foster care dinner. My licensing specialist came to my house 3 or 4 times. I feel like 4 times. I bought a bed. I bought clothes. I had to have a bed. I had to have clothes. I had to have toys, so I had toys. I had to have a dresser, so I had a dresser. I had to have a carbon monoxide detector. And I had to have a house phone. Now I can disconnect my house phone. So, and then at the very end, which was just 4 weeks ago, I was asked to take a test with a forensic psychologist, and that was an hour drive to get to where the test was. And then on top of that, they asked me how much was I willing to pay to take this test. The agency that I went through, which I can now say is Bethany Christian Services. So my licensing specialist at Bethany asked me, how much are you willing to pay to take this test to become a foster parent? Well, trick question. I kind of feel like that it was a trick question, because if you say, I'm not going to pay anything, oh, you don't really want to be a foster parent now, do you? So, fast forward to taking the forensic psychologist test with the forensic psychologist. Now, if you Google forensic psychologist, it says that they evaluate somebody to see if they are mentally capable of standing up in trial at a court, okay? So this forensic psychologist, sorry, my screen keeps going dark and it's bugging me. So this forensic psychologist is pretty much evaluating me on how mentally I can be a foster parent. I kind of take that, But anyways, before I even go into the forensic psychologist's office, there's 340 questions that I had to ask, or that I had to answer. They were the bubble kind, where there's bubble answers, yes, no, true, false, whatever. So you had to fill in the little bubble. And those questions were do drugs impact your job? Not do you do drugs, but do drugs impact your job? Does alcohol impact your job? Are you lonely? Are you depressed? Does depression take over your life? Whatever. Do you feel like committing suicide? What would be in your suicide note? Alright, so that's some of those questions. That's what they were. Go into the office of the forensic psychologist, and he has me do all these shapes. The shapes are different colors, and then I have to put them together according to the paper that he has in front of me. It's like a little booklet, and he flips over the pages, and then there's a thing on each page, and then I have to compare it with the little blocks that he has on the desk, and they're all different shapes and colors and whatever. And then he asked me how water is made. My foster daughter, she was going to ask me how water is made, and I was supposed to know the answer. That's really, really important. So anyways, the results from this test, can I just say a dumb test, came back yesterday. And first, my licensing specialist, she says, oh, I'll have to tell you those results in a few days. Okay. I can wait a few more days. I've waited 4 weeks. Why not? Oh, really, I've been on this journey since September, but whatever. Anyways, so she called me today. My licensing specialist called me today. And, she said the results of the test. The forensic psychologist thinks I have an anger problem. Thinks I have anger issues. He thinks I am an emotional person. I cry a lot. I'm an emotional person. Love it! Love it! Love it! And last but not least, he does not feel like I'm an intelligent person enough to be a foster parent. So in other words, I'm not smart enough to be a foster parent. Oh, I just love it. I love how this world is with all the crime, with all the murders and suicides and, but hey, maybe I'm one of those who just like punch people and, I didn't feel like I looked like I was angry or acted like I was angry, or the answers that I said, I didn't feel like, I don't think that I have anger issues. I've had my job now. I've had the same job now for 3 years. My bosses, my managers, my coworkers have put up with me for 3 long years. Have not ever got fired from a job for anger management, for anger issues. Never been told to take an anger management class. And emotional? Well, hey, who's not emotional in this world, in this society that we live in? Really? So, the suicide bombers, the guy that went into the little elementary school and killed some kids, and, the list goes on and on. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. But I'm 42 years old, and I've lived, for 42 years in this world, and I've never been told I had anger issues. I've never been told I was emotional. Yeah, my brother committed suicide, so that's something to be emotional about. Yeah, I just watched the vet kill my cat, but hey, it's called, what is that called? The circle of life? Yeah, okay. Circle of life. You give, you take, you lose, you win. So yeah, the foster care journey is now over. I will no longer be a foster parent. Never was, never will be, and probably never was gonna be. So yeah, they strung me along and just made me hope and pray and think that it was gonna happen. Yeah, that's the other thing. The licensing specialist said, I will have you licensed by Christmas. Yeah. It's now June, and you're telling me that I have anger issues, and you agree with it. You agree with the results from this test, you say. Okay. All right. I won't let you sit down at my dinner table anymore, Miss Licensing Specialist. You are not welcome in my home. Oh, yeah, because I have anger issues and I'm an emotional person. I'm just kidding. Anyways, life goes on, and I hope you ladies have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you for listening.